Hi guys, it's Nev. This is very important. It's on logs and it's on compliance, and I really need you guys to pay attention and realize that this is how we have to do them. Regarding IFTA, which is married to logs, when you're doing your IFTA, I really need, we've got these new IFTA forms that my friend Douglas has been so kind as to revise. It has a starting mileage and an ending mileage, start date, end date. Need you guys to fill in all these things. I don't ever want to see an IFTA sheet come in with a blank. I need your name, I need this. If there's no trailer, just put a line or NA or whatever. But definitely I need starting mileage, ending mileage. These are coming in weekly, so it's going to be easier for us to enter. Yeah, you get envelopes with stamps on it. You don't have to pay for anything. Everybody keeps up this way, and it's way easier. What I need you to do before you leave Pioneer Coach, or if you're leaving, let's just give you this example. You just left Pioneer Coach. You put down route or port of entry. I don't care if you want to put PC, which would be Pioneer Coach. That's fine. If you want to put I-65, whatever. But I would prefer you put Pioneer Coach so I get an idea. Oh, he started at Pioneer Coach, and there was the miles before he actually, the odometer reading before he actually pulled out of the yard. And then as you cross the state lines, I need that, you guys know how to fill this in. And then you stopped in Ohio to fill up. Well, you crossed the line there. This is the only time I need you to re-enter another state. Only time you re-enter another state is when you fill in there. So we put Ohio down again, and whatever the date. Say we were in Ohio for a couple of days, and it was the second day we filled up. That would be 9/3. Then you do that. If it's on the same date that you were in there, then you do that. It's not rocket science. So anyways, you don't have to put your port entry in there, just fuel, or you could even write fuel here, I don't care. And then I need the reading, odometer reading as to when you fuel. Just look at the dash, write it down, put in the amounts of fuel. If you're in Canada and you want to put in the liters, that's fine. Write the liters, or if you're really diligent and you feel like converting it for me, you can do that and convert it to gallons. Right over here, I need the time that you fueled and the number of the receipt. That's number one, like this is number two. And the way we do, this note is the place. This was done in Toronto, this was in Marysville, whatever. But your fuel receipts need to be like numbered and in order, 1, 2, 3, so that we can figure it out. It needs to be timestamped. If you can't get a timestamp, then just write down the time, like 1,320 hours or whatever, military, whatever. Just want you to write it down, then just initial. Because when you use COM data, there are timestamps. So with our program, it's matching you up on log falsifications. If the time doesn't match when you actually fueled, then it doesn't match your log. So you got to be diligent about this, and let's do it right. Also, at the end of the week, of course, we're finishing in Ohio. So just mark down like that you parked or a venue or whatever. But I want something that tells me, okay, I'm not driving anymore. This is where I finished on this date. And I put my final miles, folded this up, sent it in an envelope, and we get it. With the receipts, nice and neat. And you guys need to be neat. I don't want chicken scratch. And then when you start your new one, this is my next week one. I started. So I'm in Ohio. There was no port of entry. You could even said, start from venue or whatever. And then that mileage. This mileage is probably going to be identical to this mileage. So you're just restarting it on here, doing the same thing. You're in Kentucky. You went and fueled in Kentucky. Like I said, I need the number, time that you did it, 321, match it up on the little receipt, and where you did it. And then when you get back to Pioneer Coach Yard, I need the ending mileage. And in your notes, you can just say end of tour, or whatever. But this helps communicate with us, and it puts us in a higher level, which is the level that we want to be at, which is the highest of levels. Now, logs. For those of you that don't have straight edges, let me know. I will buy you a ruler. I don't want to see you guys doing these little hand things because it drives me nuts. They're like sloppy as all poop. But anyways, when you're marking this down, of course, I want every change of duty status marked. No more, oh, I want to see these just lined straight through. Fuel stops have to be at least 30 minutes. At least 30 minutes. There's no way you're going to do a 15-minute fuel stop. When you do the fuel stop, I need to know where it was, what state it was in, that it was a fuel stop, and I prefer to have like a location like Pilot. You could even go Pilot, exit 27 or whatever, I-65. If you really want to do stuff, you could go like, something like I-65, exit 23. I mean, if you want to do that, you can do that too, but it's up to you. I will take a little minimum of fuel in Pilot, Marysville, Tennessee. Have it nicely marked. You can, nice, and then start your line again when you go back. And then when you come over down here, I need to know where you're at. This says North Carolina, but I actually want to see where you're at. Say I'm in Charlotte. So I stopped in Charlotte, North Carolina, and then this would be my post trip. So I need to see post, or you can even go post trip, however you want to. And of course over here it would have been PTI, which is a pre-trip inspection. Do good pre-trip inspections. Write your stuff down, what you need to. I always need you guys doing a good pre-trip inspection. One note that I forgot and I missed, some of you guys got really hard to decipher chicken scratch. So I would really like you to start getting into the habit to at least print your name. You could even do D. Nelson or Derek Nelson or whatever. Print your name so we can tell. Because sometimes these logs, with all the logs we have coming in, it's really hard to decipher when you got some guy that goes like this. I mean, I haven't a clue who that is. So please print your name. We're not mind readers here. And that's pretty much it on... Huh? Oh, yeah. See, Derek, that's why I got this guy. I love this. That's what you need to do. Remember I was telling you guys sometimes it'll show you a violation on the thing? Put the posted speed. Like this is Tennessee is posted at 70, North Carolina was 65. I sent you out a list. That helps us because it's not about the miles, it's about the time. If you're running in a 75 mile an hour zone, I mean, and that's the state you're running through, then you log 650 something miles, well then it makes sense. But if you log 650 and you're running in New York and then you're speeding, so it's not rocket scientist. Didn't I say that before? I think I am. I'm repeating myself. I'm getting old. I don't remember these things. Was there something else? See, I got this guy for a reason. Oh, the off-duty status. Thanks. You guys don't need to send me in 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 separate sheets. All I need is one, when you're off-duty, a simple off-duty status, I need 18 dash to 22nd, all on just one little happy sheet. That's all I really need. Then you just mark your off-duty status, and this thing I don't need it, and just sign it, which would be you signed it, and you let me know who you were. That's about it, but I wanted to add one more thing as far as receipts. But this doesn't have to do with these receipts. When you get receipts for whatever, you bought something, cab fare, I send you out as a co-driver and you needed, I don't know, you had to buy bus supplies and stuff. I need you guys to take that receipt and write what it is. The important things that I need to know, what tour was it? What bus were you driving? So bus number, tour, and who I need to bill it to. Sometimes I need to bill it to the bus if I need to, and you know that it's like, bus breakdown, put bus breakdown. Then I kind of know where it's going. If it's you're co-driving, put down co-driving. If you're the regular driver and you needed to get to the airport for some reason, put it down. Is it billed to the tour? Did the tour have to pay for it? Especially on inclusive. Little notes, they go a long way. They help us figure out which direction the signal flow is going so that we know who is responsible for the money to pay for it. That's about it, guys. Love you very much. Oh, and those envelopes that we send for the float, use those, because